What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another movie review. I'm Chase Lee, and the movie I want to take a look at right now is Waves. Now, this one comes from A24. It is written and directed by Trey Edward Schultz, and this one tells the story of a suburban family as we kind of navigate throughout their lives. The kids going to school, the parents, interacting with their kids, and their lives outside. Just interacting, going to diners or the mall or whatever. But on the surface, it looks like everything's fine. And then when you finally get to like the root of all the problems, you realize that there's a lot of stuff going on underneath that kind of tears this family apart. I kind of don't want to get into the plot as much as I can, just because it does take some twists and turns that I didn't really expect. But that's kind of the journey that you take with these characters. But yeah, you get to see it through the son's eyes, the father's eyes, the stepmother's eyes, and the daughter's eyes. It's kind of like a mishmash of everyone and kind of their personalities and how some of them can affect others in positive ways, negative ways. Just there's a whole lot going on, and so that's your basic story. It's just we're following this family and kind of their day to day and just certain events that happen and how it can affect people surrounding them. So going into this, I was super stoked. I love the trailer. A24, give me. Every time they put their logo in front of anything, I'm gonna watch it, no matter what. And it doesn't work all the time, but I'd say like 95% of the time it works. But so I love the trailer, guys. This movie is gonna be on my top 10 of the year list. Oops, spoiler, that's one of the slots. Waves is going to be on there. This is a wonderful film. And I must apologize to Trey Edward Schultz because I did not care for It Comes at Night, his previous film. I take it all back, Trey. This is it right here for me. This is a movie that clicked with me on so many levels. It's such a human story, and it just really, you kind of do this roller coaster of emotions, and it takes you on this journey indeed. So, I don't even know where to begin. There's just a lot to talk about. So with Trey Edward Schultz, I think what I really appreciate about this is how achingly painful and real this movie felt. There's a lot of hatred. There's a lot of love in this, and it just goes on to the extremes of, the emotional spectrum, and you feel every inch of this movie. You feel the pain and the suffering that Kelvin Harrison Jr.'s character is going through. He's the son in the family. You feel the pain and the suffering and the joy that like Taylor Russell feels, the daughter in the film. You feel this kind of this very domineering father figure, but very well intentioned for sure in Sterling K. Brown's character, and then with the stepmother you have Renee Elise Goldberry, and you feel the kind of isolation that she feels. Just there is so much intensity on an emotional level from this movie. I thought Trey did a wonderful job bringing out some of the best performances of the year out of these actors and actresses, and just applying to this story and giving it so much oomph and just power to it, that it was really effective. And as I sat there, and by the time it ended, I was just shocked. I sat there floored on every single level on how much it touched me and how much I cared about all of these people, whether some of them screwed up, royally screwed up, or some of them that is just kind of in the background of everything, and you want them to kind of move on from this and make their lives better. Everything about this you care about, and just every fiber and inch of this movie it's so powerful, and you really feel the weight of it in a good way. And you really you just kind of sit there and witness everything, and you're just kind of soaking it all in and taking it all in. And it's really good stuff, guys. I will say the one thing I was unexpected about Trey Edward Schultz was the story. I didn't realize that it would go to certain places. I also didn't realize that it would pass the baton. If you know what that means, then okay. If not, then I'll keep it like that. It passes the baton. Has different aspect ratios that convey different feelings for certain characters. A lot of things were unexpected, and I think that also makes the experience just even better. I mean, you're already like loving the movie because of the characters and the story that you're following, but it just takes so many unexpected approaches to it that you're like, I didn't expect that, but I like that. I like this kind of like this nuance that Trey decided to kind of inject into the story. I wasn't looking for that nuance, but he did it, and I think it worked. So a lot of stuff unexpected that I really, really appreciate. So I think Schultz did a really great job delivering what he was trying to deliver. The performances are on a whole nother level, son. It's heartbreaking. It really is. I felt the pain and the heartbreak from everybody, and it got so real to a point where like I couldn't even like cry or shed a tear because I was just so I was so distraught to what was going on. It was almost like my eyes like kind of like dried up, and I couldn't cry anymore or shed a tear because that's just how much it affected me. I gotta look up on my phone because there's just a bunch of people that are in this. Taylor Russell and Kelvin Harrison Jr. play the siblings. I never saw Luce at the beginning of this year, but I need to because Kelvin Harrison Jr. is phenomenal in this movie. He's like this character that strikes through the movie, and he messes up constantly, but you know deep down that he's a good person, maybe. And even if he isn't, like there's so much weight to his performance that you just want to get in there and help the guy. That's how good he is. Taylor Russell is also really great. For what she's trying to deal with, I'll just say in the second half of the film, like, that's a lot to put on a teenager's shoulders, and I thought she also did phenomenal. And for her starting out the year with Escape Room and ending with this, come on. It's great. You have the actress from Euphoria in this, Alexa Demi. She's also really great, and it kind of reminded me of her character in Euphoria. So I knew she was great on that show. She's great in this movie. She translates really well from television to the big screen, so I commend her on that. Let's talk about the parents now. Sterling K. Brown, this man just needs to be in everything. I love him to death. This Is Us is just one of my favorite shows, period, to watch, and he is just a whirlwind on that show. He is a tornado that just dominates every single scene and just swirls you around. In how he can just drop at the drop of a hat and switch from being happy to sad or funny to soothing. It's just he's so great at range, and he delivers that very well in this. And the stepmother with Renee Elise Goldberry, she's also really great. She doesn't have that many scenes, but her isolation from the family, because these kids are older now, and she's been in their lives for quite some time, ever since what happened with her mom. But she's starting to feel the resistance, and certain events that happen in this movie, she feels even more isolated, and it's really hard for her to want to connect with her husband or even her daughter or her son. It's just, you feel that if you've ever been in that situation where you're like a step anything to anybody, it's really hard to get anyone's approval, and she just, once again, phenomenal. This movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It can feel long to some people. I would say that some people might find this movie boring. I didn't find it boring. I think this is a great exercise in acting and storytelling, and I think if you were really in the mood for a downer of a movie, because it definitely is, and you want to be just emotionally affected in some way, shape, or form, I think this is the movie to go about it. The music is also haunting and kind of ethereal, and really just blankets this movie. And when the movie is good and it has good characters doing good things, it's very light. And then when it gets into the dark places in the movie, it's really heavy with the score, and it just once again just kind of amps up the intensity to an 11. It's really well done, guys. I don't know what else more to praise about it. I have nothing wrong with this movie. It's fantastic. Now, you guys know my rule. I will only give it the plus if I truly feel it in my gut. I might change my tune on it. I think I changed my tune on Marriage Story on the previous grade that I gave it. I might do the same thing for this one, but I can comfortably tell you that Waves is an A film. I'm going to give it an A for me. So let me know down below whether you love this movie or hate this movie. I read all the comments even though I don't respond to all of them. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to get all movie reviews that I will watch. I don't watch everything, but when I do, I will give them to you guys in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, Waves. It will be on the top 10. Look out for it. So that will do it for this review. Guys, I'm Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.